Hello, I'm Andrew Roberts from Property Investor World Club, and I'm here with Anthony McMullan from Homemaker Properties of Coventry. And I believe we're going to talk about GDPR, a very topical and up-to-date subject.
Minefield.
Do you want to give me an overview of it?
Well, it's a project, and that's what it is. It is a project. It's not a simple task. But what I'm going to be talking about tonight is a lot of landlords say, oh, well, I manage my properties. It's only big businesses that need to worry about this GD, whatever it is. I'm just like, well, it's not. It involves you. That's the key thing to point out. Absolutely. So it's very important. I mean, one of the key things that I pointed out from tonight, and many of the members that were in the audience today are part of the National Landlords Association, as are we, and UK ALA as well, in the fact that they have a template, which is your policy, your information safety policy. And the key thing is with that template, if you go through that and fill in all the key information, you've gone a long way towards what you need to do. Unfortunately, us as an organisation, when I did it, wasn't quite a small job. It's quite a big job, but to get that done is great. But then the key thing is then working out the data that you've got and what parts of it. So, for example, as a landlord. So let's say, for example, you're one of my landlords. Now, you sign a landlord agreement, which means we have a contract in place. So we have a contractual obligation to do work with you, and we do that. We need your contact information to do that work, to liaise with you on, providing the service that we're going to provide. But if, for example, I want to invite you to a special event, new offers, all sorts, I need your permission. I need your consent to allow me. So you've got a consensual obligation. So I need to then ask you, are you happy receiving that sort of? And that's the hurdles that a lot of our landlords are going to have to go through, in the fact of, well, to a degree, okay, they don't need to worry so much about maybe offers, but maybe they're doing that. Maybe entrepreneurial, they may wish to do that. But the next step also is there's other obligations, like legal obligations, in the fact of that, for example, right to rent. Yeah. So you need to keep, for example, tenant information for a period of time in case you get audited. So you've got a legal obligation there to make sure. Now, there's the whole array of different things you need to do, but there's also data protection. A lot of data protection, a lot of businesses are already doing that. So, for example, if you have folders with tenant information in, those folders have to be locked away at night. Yeah. And there is only employed members of staff that know where that information is, and they were locked away, and they only people that have access. If everything's online, it's password protected. There's a whole array of different common sense things, and if someone phones us and says, what such and such is phone number, you say, no. Unless you're Mr. PC Plod, but I need you to write to me if you're going to ask for that information. So, yeah. An awful lot of
life is fun. GDPR.
So yeah, that's coming in Friday. So there's a number of different questions and queries. I'm no expert, but if you're a business, you have to become knowledgeable on exactly what it will mean to you, because otherwise it could cost you a fortune.
Well, the penalties, I believe, are 4% of turnover worldwide. Is that correct? Or income worldwide?
Crazy figures. It's the last thing you want as a businessman. Yeah. As far as letting agencies are concerned, with regards to potential agency fees ban, as well as earlier this year the credit card fees that have been taken, we can't charge those. A whole array of different things. So it's a new challenge, but flexible and adaptable. We all know every landlord has to be that, and obviously any business owner has to be in property. You have to be, otherwise you'll get left behind. The whole mouse and cheese story. If you've ever read that book, that's the way to see it.
I love it, Anthony. As always, a great update from you. This time on a very nutty subject that affects everybody in property. And I hope Anthony has given you a very quick overview of that. So, can I thank you very much? I'll drop a web link here to Homemaker Properties of Coventry.
Sounds good.
Expert letting agency in Coventry. Number 1 on Rightmove, 3 years on the road. So congratulations on that.
Great start to the year this year so far. Absolutely. 5 months so far, so fingers crossed, number 4 on the trot.
Brilliant news. Looking forward to hearing more about that later in the year.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much, Anthony.
Thank you.
I'm Andrew Roberts from Property Investor World Club, and I look forward to updating you soon. And if you want to meet Anthony directly, then he speaks at the Great Property Meet on the 3rd Monday of every month. So we look forward to seeing you at the Dunchurch Park Hotel in Rugby, 3rd Monday of the month. Thank you.
Thank you.